dear students, a very good morning to all of you. So today we are going to continue with undo and redo command. So in the previous class we have already seen about how to manipulate the data, how to select it, how to copy it and paste it to the different location, how to cut and paste it. So today let us move to the next topic, that is undo and redo command. So what is the use of undo command? The undo command will cancel the last action that you have performed in your worksheet. For example, if you want to write the name Salman, but by mistake you have written a wrong name or another name, you want to delete it. So the undo command will delete the last data entered by you. So last, if you have written anything, for example, last text or last line written by you is Salman is playing. Now you want to delete it. So the last data which is entered by you will get deleted by using an undo command. Okay, so undo command will cancel the last action that you have performed. Then on the other hand is a redo command. The redo command will cancel the undo command and retrieve the last action. For example, if you have undo the last line, that is Salman is playing, but you have undone it by mistake, or again you want that data or that line back, then using a redo command you will get the data which is cancelled by the undo command. Okay, so that is a use of undo and the redo command. On the right hand side in the picture you will see that this arrow is an undo command and this arrow is a redo command. This will cancel or delete the last action and it will retrieve the last action which is deleted using an undo command. To undo or redo your most recent actions, you can click on undo or redo, which is available in the quick access toolbar. Next is autofill. The autofill features will fill the cell data or the series of data into a selected range of cells in the worksheet. If you want the same data to be copied into the other cells, you need to complete one cell. If you want to have a series of data, number series or the days of week, etc., then fill the first two cells in the series and then click on the auto fill handle and drag it the cell you want to fill, and you will see that will get filled automatically. For example, if you want to fill any field with the days of the week, for example Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, then just you need to enter two of the columns. If you are writing Sunday in the first column, you have to write Monday in the next column. After that, you have to drag it till the end and then you have to click on the autofill option or the autofill handle, and you will see that the cells will get automatically filled with the required columns. You can also use the fill command in the editing group of the home tab. So here you will see that in the editing group, the second option is fill. So you can click on that fill command and you will see that the data will fill automatically. After filling the two cells, you have to drag the mouse till the cell you want to fill. Then you have to click on the fill command and you will see a drop down menu will get appeared. From there, click on the series. So here you will see series options are there. You want the series in row, you want to fill the data in the form of row or in the column. So here we want to fill the data in column. So we have selected which option? Column option. After that, from here you have to select the autofill option, that is the fourth option in the series box, and finally click on the OK button that is available here, and you will see that your cells which you have selected will get filled automatically. So here the person have written January, JAN and FEB for February. After that, they have gone to the fill command, they have selected in the series command and autofill. Finally, they have clicked on the OK button, and up till where the cells you have dragged will get filled automatically from starting from the month of January till the month of December, that is DEC. Okay, so that is a use of an autofill option. If you want to fill something that is there in the computer, that is already stored in the computer, like the days of the week, month of the year, seasons, name of fruits, okay, so you can autofill it with this autofill feature. Next is deleting a cell entry. We want to remove an entry from a cell or a group of cell by using a delete key. To select a group of cells, you can click and drag the mouse pointer over the cell. A group of cell is now highlighted. Press the delete key, remove the cell content of the selected cells. Now after you have already entered the data in a cell, you want to delete it. Then you can remove an entry by pressing the delete key from the keyboard. If you want to select a group of cells, you want to delete number of cells together, then you have to drag the mouse pointer over the cells which you want to delete. And you will see that selected cells will get highlighted with the blue color. Then you have to press the delete key from the keyboard and all the cells selected by you will get deleted. Next is navigating around the cells. When you have a lot of entries in your worksheet, you may need to navigate around the cells to make some changes. There are many ways to navigate around the cells of the worksheet. For example, if you have created a table, it is consist of many cells. You have put lot of entries into your worksheet. If you want to go up, down, left or right, then you can navigate around the cells. You can use the down arrow key to move down a cell along the row. You can use the up arrow key to move upwards. To move across the columns, you can use a tab key. Alternatively, you can use an arrow keys to navigate around the cells. Okay, so there are 4 different ways using which you can navigate inside the cells. You can move inside the cells. Okay, now the last topic is existing Microsoft Excel. So we have seen various operations, how to start Microsoft Excel, what is cell, what is row, what is column, how to enter the data in it, how to manipulate the data, how to select it, how to copy it and paste it to another location, how to cut and paste it to another location, then the use of undo and redo command, then we have seen autofill feature, how to delete a cell entry, and finally we will see how to exit it. After you have performed all the operations you want in Microsoft Excel, now you want to close that application, now you want to go out from that application, then how you can exit from it. After you finish working with the workbook, you can exit the Excel application. To close a window, you have to click on the cross button. You will see that a cross sign or a close button will be available like this on the upper right corner of the window. The workbook in the window will get closed. When you have several workbooks open, then you can close it in following way. So if you are working only on one workbook, then directly using a close button or the cross sign which is on the upper right corner, you can click that and the application will get closed. But if you are working with multiple workbooks, multiple Microsoft Excel workbooks are open in front of you, then you can close it by clicking on the file menu button and selecting the close option. This will close every workbook window which is opened by you. If you want to save your work, you can just click on the save in the Microsoft Excel box that appears after clicking on the close button. The file will be saved and the Excel workbook will be closed. Okay, so with this we are finishing our class today. Let us move towards the keyword. First is cell. What is a cell? A cell is an intersection point of a row and a column. Then navigate is to move around. Undo to cancel the last action. Workbook is a Microsoft Excel document. And what is worksheet? A worksheet is a sheet in a workbook. So these keywords you have to write in your computer notebook. The descriptive exercises like the question answers, the keywords, or explain the terms if any, then you have to write that in your computer notebook. Rest exercises like fill ups, choose the correct, that all you can write in your computer textbook. Okay, again I repeat, the PDF of all the exercises I will share with you. The descriptive exercises you have to write in your computer notebook, while the textual exercises you can write in your computer textbook. Okay, so for now, bye-bye. We will meet again in our next class with a new chapter. Have a great day ahead.